And t-shirt, as well as swimming bag, bottle, notepad and pin badge. Who doesn't want to get their hands on all of that good stuff? So go and search for these QR codes across the venue, scan them. If you find the right one, you'll be entered into a huge prize draw. This is the female 200 meters freestyle heat 1. Heat 1. First of 15 heats in the female 200 freestyle this morning. Freya Tyndale of Northumberland and Durham Performance is in 2. Evie Powell for Dorking in 3. 4. Gracie Brook for Stockport Metro. 5. Biggles Bell for the city of Coventry. 6 is the city of St Albans, Charlotte Stewart. And 7. Erin Newman for Mount Kelly. Approaching a halfway turn on this first heat, the female 200 freestyle. Close between lanes 4 and 7 on this turn at the scoreboard end. 66.03 for Gracie Brook. 66.36 for Erin Newman. Only fractions between those two. All of these athletes in the first heat are 12 years old, so competing in that 12-13 years age group. Left to go for Gracie Brook of Stockport Metro. 140.56. Second, Newman. Charlotte Stewart in third place. Huge effort for these swimmers. All of them will be swimming on this stage for the first time in their careers, being at the bottom end of the age groups. they wouldn't have competed at a national meet before, so huge kudos to each and every one of them for qualifying to be here this week. Lane 4, Gracie Brook touches first in 2:13.24. That's a new lifetime best for the Stockport Metro swimmer. Second, Erin Newman, 2:19.45. That is a new PB as well. And third, Charlotte Stewart of City of St Albans, 2:22.46. Just outside her all-time fastest swim. Well done, swimmers. One heat down, 14 to come. This is heat 2.
So mixture of 12 and 13-year-olds in this one. We've got 6 12-year-olds, as Matt mentioned, in the first heat, competing here at the national event for the very first time. What a moment that will be for the swimmer and, of course, friends and family here at Ponds Forge this week. We're going to our initial leader after the opening 50 metres. It is one of our 12-year-olds. It is Tyler Jade Thomas. So Madison Markell in 0, followed by Tyler J. Thomas, Emily Torks, Isabel Hall, Julia Elvidge, Scarlett Dean, Lucia Williams, Holly Jocelyn, Harper Aspinall, Summer Sharita in lane 9. So at the halfway point, Scarlett Dean representing Harrogate. Currently out in front, 105.2. 900th of a second behind was Tyler J. Thomas at the midway point. So Tyler J. Thomas, midway amount of time, is currently in second spot. But the Harrogate District swimmer leading the way after the opening 100 metres. Well, Tyler J. Thomas retaking that lead in heat number 2. Isabel Hall, City of Leeds, in the second spot now as they pass me here, going towards the finishing line. Looks like Tyler J. Thomas is currently in second spot. Isabel Hall, great 50 metres here for the City of Leeds swimmer. And in comes Isabel Hall to take heat number 2, 2:14.08, just ahead of Medway Matter Times. Tyler J. Thomas, and then Julia Elvidge coming in to wrap up the top 3. And there are the confirmed results up on the screen for you, as we'll be moving into heat 3.
Third heat, a female 200 freestyle. 0 is Alana Donlan for Warrington Warriors. 1, Grace Finley for Amersham. Ellie Hull of the City of Birmingham goes in lane 2. 3, Abby Coventry for Northumberland and Durham Performance. Ava Bench for the City of Milton Keynes is in 4. 5, Lenoa Hercombe of Camden. 6, Sienna West for Wickham. 7, Rin Mayo for Barnet Copthall. 8 is Lily Wayman for Maxwell, and 9, Amelia Spence for the City of Birmingham. Well, the time we just saw in the previous heat from Isabel Hall, 2:14.08, that time would put her within the top 10 of the 12-13 year swimmers. So it could be that we've seen a swimmer qualify for a final from Heat 2. We'll have to wait and see what this third heat are capable of achieving. 2:14.08 the time to beat. None of these swimmers have gone faster than that before in their careers. All of them enter on their lifetime bests, except Spence down in lane 9, who has gone quicker since 2:16.20, half a second faster than her entry time, and therefore not a huge shock that we see the City of Birmingham swimmer in second or third place as we approach the final turn. Lane 2 is going to take this surely. Ali Hull for the City of Coventry, 13 years old, 2:16.01 is her all-time best. She's going to be miles inside that. Ali Hull, City of Birmingham, goes 2:13.50. That is the new fastest time in this age group. Huge new PB from the Birmingham swimmer, almost 3 seconds shaved off. Coventry takes second in 2:13.98, also a PB of 2 seconds. The official result is there for you. That time there from Hull would rank her second overall. This is Heat 4.
So into Heat 4 we go, and we've got a mixture of 14 and 13-year-olds in this one. So 6 13-year-olds, 4 14-year-olds in Heat number 4. So we'll get a time set for that 14 to 15 years age bracket. But amongst the 13-year-olds, as Matt called in the third heat, 12:13.5 set by Ellie Hull, City of Birmingham swimmer. And as we introduce the swimmers in Heat 4, we have in lane 0 Olivia Mail, and followed by Summer Smith, Eva Newman, Dodd, Georgia Howard, Grace Clues, Freya Berry, Ellen McLeod, Lucy Raper, Amy Langer. And as we approach the midway points of heat number 4, looking towards lane number 3, Soundwell's Dodd, 102.72. Nearly about 1.5 seconds quicker than the Northumberland and Durham performance swimmer in lane 8, Lucy Raper. So Maya Dodd still going well. The Soundwell swimmer, lane 3, so on course to set the time in the 14-15 years age bracket. Now behind her, it is certainly very close. Grace Clues going well. Lucy Raper in lane 8 also going to be close in the second and third spots overall in the heat. However, let's get that time from Dodd. It is 2:11.87. Quickest time so far. Grace Clues coming into 13.79. And that is setting that time there Grace clues, but there are the confirmed results from Heat 4. Moving on to Heat 5.
Fifth heat, the female 200 freestyle. 0, Mia Hawkins for the city of Coventry. 1 is Lydia Shipley for Middlesbrough. 2 is Zoe Rogers for Trafford Metro. 3, Molly Norton for the city of Leeds. 4 is Holly Gent for the city of Leicester. 5, Rosie Grosvenor for the city of Birmingham. 6, Maya Orfanidis for Chelsea and Westminster. 7, Chloe Brotherton for South Tyneside. 8 is Jessica Butler for Guildford City. And 9, Erica Middleton for the city of Coventry. These are the top ranked 13-year-olds in England. Second ranked across the programme is Rosie Grosvenor down in lane 5. Or rather, Holly Gent in lane 4 will be the second ranked 13-year-old. Grosvenor will be the third ranked 13-year-old. First to turn though is actually Middleton, also in that 13 years age group. Now these swimmers do need to swim quick because there have been some very fast swims so far already in the previous 4 heats. Can they go faster and ensure that they secure a place in the final? Most of these swimmers would have been expecting to race twice today, but they need to be able to prove it in the heats. 50 left to swim. It is Gent of Leicester who turns first. 1:39.14 on that turn. She's 0.82 ahead of Butler in lane 8. And last 25 coming through now. This is surely going to come through the centre. Lane 1, Shipley going well on the last few metres and might come close to drawing level with Holly Gent of Leicester. They come into the wall together. It is Gent that just gets the touch. 1:12.63 is a new PB for Holly Gent. That should be enough to put her in the final. 1:13.0 for Lydia Shipley. Well, she may have got herself an outside lane there. And Chloe Brotherton, 1:13.18. All 3 of those top 3 athletes setting new lifetime bests, and actually all 3 from that lower age group of that mix in the 5th heat. All 3 13-year-olds in the top 3. Could we see all 3 of them again tonight in the final? 5 heats complete. Total of 15 heats of the female 200 freestyle this morning. This is heat 6.
So here we go then, into Heat 6 we go. We've got a real range of ages in this one, from 13 to 17. Kate Schillinger is in lane 0, followed by Liberty Jones, Jessica Lines, Elizabeth Powell, Autumn Claxton, Joan Doon, Lily Green, Amelia Wright, Elsa Bridge and Olivia Norley. Autumn Claxton, 13 years of age. We've had, as Matt called in the previous heat, some really quick swims in the 12 to 13 years age category, and she is leading 29.48 coming into this one with an entry time PB 2:13.12. City of Salford swimmer. So in the 14-15 years age group, Zoe Rogers, Trafford Metro swimmer, coming in 2:13.35 in our previous heat. Got a few swimmers in that bracket in heat 6. We're going back to Autumn Claxton, 1:02.54 at the halfway mark. Lily Green looks like currently in second spot. The Plymouth Leander swimmer just starting to close that gap on Autumn Claxton in the heat. So as we approach final turn before we go to the finishing line, Autumn Claxton still with that advantage, 136.91. For about 0.8 of a second behind is Lily Green, Plymouth Leander, 14-year-old in lane 6, and then Jessica Lyne, City of Leicester, currently I should say, in third. Just keeping tabs right over on that far lane in lane 9 for Olivia Norley of Mount Kelly, but also on this near side as well. Going well, Liberty Jones, lane 1. But let's go back to your leader, Autumn Claxton. And she comes in 209.75. And smashing her personal best there, Autumn Claxton, swimmer from City of Salford. Jessica Lyons in second spot, beating her PB. And Lily Green, I should say, in second spot there. Plymouth Leander swimmer, also beating her PB. We move on to Heat 7.
Female 200 freestyle is go for Heat 7. Halfway through these heats now, Phoebe Adams of Northampton goes in 0. 1 is Isabel Brand for Rugby. 2 is Poppy Weaver for Teddington. 3, Jemima Saul for Portsmouth Northsea. 4 is Hattie Lever for Whitney. In 5, Amelia Gerard of the City of Liverpool. Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson for Northumberland and Durham Performance goes in lane 6. Malika Onobroch of Barnacoptal goes in 7. 8, Sophie Martin for Chesterfield. And 9 is Evelyn Hallisey for Newcastle. Mix of age groups in this one. Adams and Brand in 0 and 1 are both in the 15 years age category, as is Gerard in 5, as is Ono Broch in 7, and Hallisey in 9. So 0, 1, 5, 7 and 9 are your 15-year-olds. There's then a couple of 16-year-olds in the centre. 3 and 4 are both in the 16 years age group, and then 2 17-year-olds. Weaver in 2 and O'Halloran Hutchinson in 6 are both in the 17 years age category. Jemima Saul of Portsmouth having a great swim at the moment in lane 3. Lane 9 also going well. Evelyn Hallisey for Newcastle. Both enter on lifetime best. Let's see what they achieve in this morning's heats. It is lane 9 that got there first. 210.31 for Evelyn Hallisey. That is a 2-second personal best, over 2.5 second PB. Jemima Saul second, 210.59. Also a best time. And we're already ready for heat 8.
And here we go with Heat 8 of the female 200 metre freestyle. In lane 0, we have Esme Sledge, followed by Charlotte Gower, Scarlett Davey, Megan Shue, Esme Slim, Jennifer Walker, Ellie Lewis, Elizabeth Dudman, Robbie Piercy and Grace Wingham. So after the opening 50, Grace Wingham from Corby, 17-year-old in lane 9. There's the leader there, mixture of ages in this one from 15 to 17. As we are progressing through the heats. Still Grace Wingham on the outside lane in lane number 9. So the Corby swimmer coming in with a personal best entry time, 2:12.84. As we tick over the 1:30-minute mark. So 1:36.8, just over 0.3 of a second behind is Elodie Piercy from Repton. But they are in 2 different age brackets as they make their way into the final 25 metres of heat number 8. And at the moment, Grace Wingham about a half a body's length advantage of Piercy over in front of you in the spectator gallery. And I'm just keeping an eye out directly below me for Charlotte Gower from Rugby in lane 1, who is going along well. But let's go back to your leader, Grace Wingham, over in lane number 9, 2:10.97, just under that 2:11 marker. Elodie Piercy coming in 2:12.32. So Grace Wingham setting a new PB of 2:10.97. As we move on to heat 9.
Female 200-metre freestyle heat 9. 0 is Madeline Hind for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. 1, Jessica Cater for Nova Centurion. 2 is Maisie Brown for Rushmore Royals. 3, Erin Johnson for Nuneaton and Bedworth. 4, Zara Mann for Preston. 5, Francesca Harrison for the City of Leicester. 6 is Emily Hughes for Millfield. 7, Ava Wilson for Mount Kelly. 8, Amelia Williams-Blake for Stockport Metro. And 9 is Lucia Lopez for the City of Milton Keynes. Rapidly getting through these heats this morning. Lane 8 has the lead so far on this one. 16-year-old Amelia Williams-Blake of Stockport Metro will turn first at halfway. Elsewhere in the pool, there are 16-year-olds in lane 7, as well as 4 and 2, and then 15-year-olds in 0, 3, 5, 6. And then a couple of 17-year-olds, Cater in 1 and Lopez is in 9. Last 50 metres to go. Williams-Blake leads 1:37.57 off that wall. Only a quarter of a second clear of Emily Hughes of Millfield. And this will be an incredibly tight heat, and there could well be some finals places up for grabs in a number of different age groups. Certainly the 14-15 years, and maybe some of the 16-year swimmers could make it through. Lane 6 just ahead here. Emily Hughes of Millfield. The 15-year-old will get on the wall first by a fraction. She hits there in 2:11.22. That is a new PB by half a second. Francesca Harrison, 2:11.64, also sets a new lifetime best. Ava Wilson, 2:12.33. Well, she's just outside, but is underneath her entry time. 9 heats complete. And there's the official result. Wilson, Harrison and Hughes are the top 3 as we move on to Heat 10.
Well, off we go then in heat number 10. It's again range of ages 15 to 17. So we've got 5 17-year-olds, 5 15-year-olds involved in this one. So Emily Hughes coming in 2:11.22 in our previous heat. That was in heat number 9. Let's see who's quickest on the turn. First turn, Sophie Trail, Stockport Metro, 29.26, 17-year-old. Well, let's go through those swimmers in the pool then, starting over in lane 0. Alex Dunn in 0, then followed by Ava Higginbotham, Katie Wunn, Chloe Barnard, Sophie Trail, Charlotte Searle, Sophie Dowding, Isabella Thanasolas, Kayla Wimble and Bethan Cook are all in the pool then for heat number 10. And Sophie Trail still leading that way, just under a second quicker then of Searle, who is next to her, and about half a second quicker of Ava Higginbotham over in lane number 1. So the reminder, this is heat 10 of 15 of the female 200 metre freestyle. So that gap there, about 0.7 of a second between the two 17-year-olds in those centre lanes, lanes 4 and 5. Trail and Searle in those lanes. Stockport and City of Birmingham. At the moment, half a body's length ahead is Sophie Trail, but this is a great final few metres. This for Charlotte Searle. Can she just pip Trail to the post into the final few strokes for the swimmers? It looks like Sophie Trail has just got this. Yes, she has. 2:09.35. Quicker than previous time in the 17 years age group at the last heat. 2:09.35 for Trail, and beating her personal best as well. And there it is, our top 3 and the rest of heat 10. Confirmation up on the board. Moving on to heat 11.
Heat 11 is go. Harriet Jones for Plymouth Leander is in 0. 1, Jessica Corder for the City of Salford. 2, Lydia Swindle for Wigan. 3, Zara Combe of Satellite of Macclesfield. Annabelle Crease for Repton is in 4. 5, Holly Hopwood for Guildford City. Ella Dawson of Chelmsford in 6. 7, Emily Parkins for Nova Centurion. 8, Kaylin Hare of Watford. And 9 is Bo Cunningham for Corby. Combe is out first in 29.21, only 8 100ths ahead of Swindle down in lane 2. Your age groups are spread out like this. 14, 15-year swimmers in 0, 1 and 9. They're all 15. And then 16 years swimmers will be in 3. That's Combe. 5 is Hopwood, 6 is Dawson, and Hayhair is in 8. And then you've got 3 17-year-olds as well. Swindle in 2, Crees in 4, and Parkins in 7 are all in the 17 years age group. 62.1 for Hopwood to lead through the centre. The 16-year-old just ahead of the rest of this field. Ten left to swim. Lane 5 is just ahead here. That's Holly Hopwood of Guildford City. And lane 7 just in second place. So Hopwood takes the touch. 209.96 and a new best time of over a second. Parkins is in second place. And Ella Dawson in third to 10.91. So Dawson PB, Parkins also a best time. 3 best times at the top. Heat 12.
So into Heat 12 we go then of this female 200 metre freestyle. So all the swimmers either 16 or 17 in this heat. So the quickest entry time out of all those swimmers with a seasonal best, should say, Lilia Fornasia in lane 4. So the swimmers in the pool for this one, lane 9 we have Megan Cumner, followed by Olivia Minnett, Madison Emmett, Beth Barrett, Chloe Ridge, Lilia Fornasia, Jessica Medlicott, Freeze, Alexia O'Connor, Annie McLeod. So Ellie Freeze, Jessica Medlicott and Lilia Fornasia almost side by side, and going well Madison Emmett as well from Repton in lane number 7. This will be interesting at the halfway point. Who will have that advantage going into the second half? Well, it is Freeze, 102.58. So it's an Enchim swimmer. 0.06 of a second behind was Lilia Fornasia, Royal Tunbridge Wells. So it's the two 16-year-olds who are leading the charge in Heat 12 at the moment. Still time for that to change. And Madison Emmett from Repton with a good 50 metres there. She's going to be the first to turn. Yes, she is. 135.14. Still under that 135 mark, though, is Ellie Freeze in lane 2. And going into the final 50 metres, there was 0.8 of a second separating those two as they passed the 25 metre to go marker. Finishing line then in sight for Madison Emmett of Repton, with Ellie Freeze doing her best to try and close that gap. And here is Madison Emmett coming in 207.63, and that concludes Heat 12. Heat 13.
13th heat, the female 200 freestyle. Sky Austin Burrows of Rushmore Royals is in 0-1. Molly Fisher for the City of Manchester. Her teammate Amber Dannon goes next to her in lane 2. Both of those swimmers in the 18 and over age group, as are the majority in this heat. Alexa Mann of Chelmsford goes in 3. Molly Garrett for the City of Manchester in 4. Amber Whitcomb of Soundwell is in 5. Francesca Baber for City of Cambridge in 6. 7. Madeline Ray of Chalfont Otters. City of Bristol have got Martha Sell in 8 and Lucy Matthews in 9. Lane 3 is just ahead as we turn at halfway. Alexa Mann, 61.70. There are your 10 100ths of a second between Mann and Garrett in 3 and 4. It will be lane 3. Alexa Mann looking really strong here for Chelmsford. Alexa Mann is ahead now by a more decent margin. Still 0.2 of a second between Mann and the leader. And now we've got only 20 meters left to swim. Lane 3, Mann battling against lane 6, Baber. No idea which of these two will get on the wall first, actually. It is Baber just 207.47 the finish time there. Second, Alexa Mann in 207.54. So less than a tenth between first and second on that heat. And Baber setting a new PB, as does Mann. Well, there is your official result. Heat 13 is done. Here comes heat 14.
So into the penultimate heat then of this female 200 meter freestyle, and all bar 2 swimmers in this one. All the swimmers are in the 18 years and over. Only Phoebe Chadwick and Holly Waymond are in the 16 years age bracket. Quickest out of the lot in terms of the entry times is Charlotte Berry, City of Sheffield swimmer, coming into this one with a seasonal best of 206.76. She's got about a 5-second quicker though PB, but let's go back to our leader at the moment in the pool, which is Phoebe Chadwick in lane number 8, swimmer from Teddington. She did come into this one with a PB 209.88. Ruby Wheeler, as I glance across the pool, in fact I should say near Goodale, Winchester City Penguins in lane 5 with a good 50 metres there. 102.85, 800th of a second between her and Phoebe Chadwick. So Francesca Baber, 207.47, quickest time in heat 13, and that was in the 18 years and over age group. And it's certainly looking close in lanes 2, 3 and 5. That's Richards, Burslem and Goodale. And it is the City of Liverpool swimmer going into the final 50 metres who has that slender advantage. Not by much though, just over a tenth of a second. Final 25 metres now for the swimmers. Going back to Mia Burslem, City of Liverpool. She's just now opening up a little bit of breathing room going into the final few strokes of this penultimate heat of the female 200 metre freestyle. So 208.09 was PB, not quite that, but it's still a good time. 2:08.38. Mia Burslem, City of Liverpool swimmer, ahead of Phoebe Chadwick and Rosie Richards. They are the top three. Confirmed results. Moving on to Heat 15.
The final and fastest heat, a female 200 freestyle. 0 is Blythe Jolly Ellis for Orpington OJs. 1, Alice Volkovaya of the City of Salford. Amber Ranson for City of Manchester goes in lane 2. 3, Alicia Massey for the University of Surrey. 4 is Emma Croker for South Links. 5, Jessica Hum for Rushmore Royals. Lola Burns of Beckenham is in 6. 7, Sophie McClure for Tadcaster. 8, Zara Beaumont of Millfield. And 9, Evie Hands for Mount Kelly. 29.2 for Burns to go out fastest, just 9 100ths ahead of McClure. All these swimmers, except Volkovaya in 1 and Hands in 9, are in the 18 plus age group. Volkovaya 16 and Hands 17. Of course, all of our finals will have 10 lanes tonight. So 10 spaces. You've got to be within the top 10 in your age group in order to qualify. One more turn to go on this fastest heat. Hum of Rushmore Royals looking really strong. 2:06.66 is her lifetime best. Fastest she's gone this season, 2:07.29. Let's see if she's on for that. So 1:33.5 off that turn. Certainly plausible that she could go underneath her best time off that split. Looking stronger through this back 50 actually, and this is certainly going to come from Jessica Hum of Rushmore Royals, the 18-year-old charging. Second place at the moment, Lola Burns of Beckenham, and there'll be a scrap for third, but your winner is Jessica Hum, 2:06.17. That's half a second inside her PB. Lola Burns second, 2:07.52. That is a lifetime best. And Alicia Massey in third place, 2:07.89. Well, as they clear the pool, please give a huge round of applause to all of the girls who have swum in the 100, 200 freestyle this morning. Glad I figured out how far it was. I was getting confused because coming up next is the open male multi-classification 100 meters breaststroke. There's 2 heats, and we're almost ready to go with Heat 1. Three is Theo Reynolds for Barnstaple. 4, Nathaniel Costigan for Satellite Macclesfield. 5 is Jacob Wood for Gloucester City. And 6, Owen Johnson for Repton. Well, we're back onto our para events. Multi-classification I talked about at the start. I had a little bit less time then because we were on 100 freestyle. Now 100 breaststroke, a little bit more time. to explain. Multi-classification simply means that all of the different classifications across para-swimming race together. You'll see on the board it will show you the different classifications. SB6 for Theo Reynolds. The B just means breaststroke, because breaststroke might affect athletes slightly differently to front crawl or backstroke, and therefore they swim with their B classification in the breaststroke events. Nathaniel Costigan is SB12. He's in lane 4. That's a visual impairment. So from S11 through to 13, they are all visually impaired swimmers of varying degrees. And then SB8 and SB9 for Wood and Johnson. It will be Johnson in lane 6 who touches first. It's all about how many points he gets here. 449 points for Owen Johnson. 406 for Jacob Woods. And then Nathaniel Costigan gets 265 points. Now, even though Theo Reynolds is going to come in way behind these other lads, he could get more points than them. We'll have to wait and see how many he gets as he touches. So 332. So even though he came last in the swim, he doesn't come last in the result. There are 14 total entries in this event, so 4 swimmers will not make it through to tonight's final. 10 will, and we're about to see 10 more race in heat number 2. Second heat, the MC 100 breaststroke. Matthew Davies for City of Southampton is in 0. Harry Arnold Pepper for City of Cambridge in 1. Zach Sturgis for Bournemouth Collegiate School in 2. Lewis Jones for Aaron Trident's in 3. Kai Bradford for Romford goes in 4. 5 is Kai Gelsthorpe for Sherwood Colliery. In 6, Jude Gunner for St Felix School. 7, Corey Hare for Team Ipswich. 8, Hayden Hudson for Chesterfield. And 9, Giorgio Oxby for Stockport Metro. So some different classifications in this one to the heat we saw before. You've got a couple of S8 swimmers, in fact 4 SB8 swimmers, with Davies, Arnold Pepper, Jones and Bradford in 0, 1, 3 and 4. 2 SB9 swimmers, Sturgis in 2 and Gelsthorpe in 5. They're both SB9. And then 4 SB14 athletes, Gunner through Oxby in 6 through 9. Now these swimmers have intellectual impairments or an intellectual impairment, and that can mean that they can struggle with things like pattern recognition, being able to pick up things like turns and skills as part of swimming. You'll see that Hudson, the S14 athlete, will touch first. 564 points for Hayden Hudson, so he leads. Have to wait for all of the swimmers to come in until we know who was top though. 564 is going to be a difficult score to beat because that is a fairly large points total. All the swimmers now in for you. So Bradford second, 541. Top of the list there, Hayden Hudson with 564 points. So the open male MC 100 breaststroke complete. Now we have the female MC 100 breaststroke. We start with heat 1. Just 3 swimmers in this first race. Lane 3 is Maisie Cat for Richmond Dales, 4 Rose Webb of Northampton, and 5 Eloise Mires of Wickham District. Now, all 3 of these swimmers are in the same classification. They're all SB6 athletes, and that means that this one will be whoever gets on the wall first. So whoever hits the wall first here is going to get the most points out of the 3 because they're all part of the same classification. Now, obviously, in a month or so's time, we will have the Paralympic Games, and the swimming will be a huge part of that. Now, at those games, all of these classifications swim in separate heats and finals, so we don't have the point system on the international para-swimming stage in the same way. But here, you'll see all of the classifications competing together. So in the next heat, we've got some SB14 swimmers, SB9, another SB6, and also an SB7 swimmer to come. It is Eloise Mires of Wickham who turns first. Second to the wall, Maisie Cat, 101.68. Third there, Rose Webb of Northampton. .15 meters left to swim for lane 5. Eloise Mires of Wickham District is definitely going to take this heat at 100 breaststroke. So Mires takes the touch in 2 minutes, 0.54. 435 points is a really decent point score for the Wickham District swimmer, and keep your reports coming as the last 2 swimmers get into the wall. There's Rose Webb in second with 320 and Maisie Cat in third with 314 points. Well done. And we're now ready for Heat 2. Lane 1 here is Samantha Lewis for Satellite. In 2, Amanda Redhead for Maxwell. 3, Rebecca Hardy-Bishop for Jersey. 5 is Stockport Metro's Tylia Glynn. 6, Isabella Haynes for Swim Bournemouth. 7, Gavina Seminella for Wantage. And in 8, it's Evie Lambert for the Borough of Kirklees. Seminella is first to the wall, 42.82, exactly 2 seconds clear of Isabella Haynes of Swim Bournemouth. Now, the different classifications here for your information. SB7 is Lewis down in lane 1. You've also got an SB6 swimmer in 2. 1 SB8 swimmer, Haynes in 6. SB9 is Lambert in 8. And then you have 2 S14 swimmers with Glynn in 5 and Seminella in 7. And 1 SB12 swimmer, Hardy-Bishop, in lane 3. It is lane 7 in the lead at the moment. Seminella, the SB14 athlete from Wantage White Horses, who will touch first. How many points will she score though? It is 465 for Seminella, 588 for Isabella Haynes. That's a brilliant points total. And just waiting on the rest of the swimmers to come through. 333 for Hardy Bishop. Lanes 1 and 2 on their way now. Lewis scores 498 with Redheads 481. Now all of those swimmers will progress through to tonight's final, as there's 10 lanes available and 10 swimmers swam. So all 10 swimmers we will see again tonight in the final session. And as they clear the pool, please do give a huge round of applause for all of the female and open male swimmers who have just swum the MC 100 breaststroke. Let's go for our next event, the open male 400 meters individual medley. This is heat 1. And now 16 heats of the open male 400 meters individual medley. Lane 3 is Maxim Smith for Winchester City Penguins, 4 Milton Xavier Yao for the City of Coventry, 5 Jonah Dealin for Millfield. So just 3 swimmers in our first heat this morning. Remember that if you do want to catch up on all the Olympic swimming that is taking place, we do have the Speedo Olympics watch party in the foyer. Currently, we're on the women's 100 meters freestyle. If you did want to go and catch that, we've just seen Ledecky qualify for the 1500 final. That will take place tomorrow night. The end of the session, heat session this morning at the Olympics, we will see the heats of the men's 4x2 freestyle relay, which will be really exciting for Team GB. So do go and join the Speedo Olympics watch party in the foyer just on the left as you're leaving the pool hall. About to turn for the final time at this end. Breaststroke will switch to freestyle on this open male 400 medley. Very close between Milton Xavier Yao and Jonah Dillon in 4 and 5. Done a little bit of a search on Milton Xavier Yao and looked at his best times. The guy swam 17 events at regionals. So over a weekend, maybe 2, he did a full program of all 17 swims. So clearly someone who has an awful lot of stamina, and hopefully he can put it to good use in this 400 medley. Just ahead now of Jonah Dillon of Millfield. This is a brilliant 100 metres from Milton Xavier Yao to round off this 400 medley. Just came back there 2 seconds faster than Dillon. It certainly will be Xavier Yao that takes the win. 15 metres left to go. And we're going to see Milton Xavier Yao for the City of Coventry take the win in Heat 1. What's the time for that? 5:43.29 for Xavier Yao. It's a 2-second PB, almost exactly. Second, Jonah Dillon, 5:44.71, also sets a new best time. And Maxine Smith, 5:52.26. Well, he's just outside, but Xavier Yao uses that stamina to take the win. Heat 1 complete. This is Heat 2.
Into heat number 2 then of the open male 400 metre individual medley. Lane 0, we have Romeo Ball, then Edward Gregory, followed by Edward Rose, Maxwell Burdett, Oscar Foch, Daniel Lawrence, Leo Lee, George Howard and Francesco Monaco. Well, we mentioned it earlier, and we are wanting to get you all involved in our big giveaway, thanks to our official kit partner, Speedo. And they are giving away some fantastic prizes. All the information is up on the board. I'll just add to that you need to take a photo, whether it's a selfie, a team photo, it can be poolside, it can be in the team foyer, it could even be at the Speedo watch party where you can watch all the racing from the Paris Olympics. But make sure it's on the big screen, can't miss it. Tag at Speedo UK and use the hashtag SE Summer Meet. Get creative. We want to see your best photos from the day, and myself and Matt will pick the best ones. Lots of great prizes to give away thanks to our official kit partner, Speedo. But there you go, tag at Speedo UK and use SE Summer Meet. So Daniel Lawrence going well from Staines Swimming Club. All the swimmers in this one are in the 12 to 13 years age group. And it's currently Daniel Lawrence going along nicely. 3:15.72. Daniel Lawrence coming into this one. Entry time, and of course a PB 5:33.13. As Matt mentioned earlier in the day, a lot of these swimmers, certainly in the 12 years age category, here at the Nationals for the very first time. What an achievement for them, and what an opportunity to swim at a national competition. And at the moment, Daniel Lawrence is seizing that opportunity. So 5:33.13 is his PB, and he has got some breathing room between him and the rest of the swimmers as they come into the penultimate turn of this open male 400 metre IM as they transition into the freestyle. So 4:01.91 for Daniel Lawrence. Oscar Foch from Kingston upon Hull, 4:10.32. Behind him is Maxwell Burdett from City of Leicester, 4:12.83. So Daniel Lawrence first to turn, then head back to the finishing line. He's got some clear daylight between him and the rest of the pool. 4:38.09, just going under that 4:50 mark there on the penultimate turn is Oscar Foch from Kingston upon Hull. And then comes George Howard, City. So Daniel Lawrence coming in 5:12.82, and that is well under his personal best there. Daniel Lawrence from Staines Swimming Club. Into heat number 3. So into heat number 3 then. This is heat 3 of 16 in this open male 400 metre individual medley. So in lane 0 we have Ivan Jarmoni from Thurrock Swimming Club. Lane 1, Theo Gillan from Nova Centurion. Lane 2 from Royal Metro, Daniel French. Lane 3, Jensen Hughes, City of Sheffield. Jackson Crabb from City of Leicester in 4. 6 we have Ethan Blythe from Bolton Metro. Lane 7 from Woking, Joshua Hutchinson. In lane 8 from Woking we have Alexander Song. And finally in 9 from Guildford City, Franciscus Barish. So Jensen Hughes, local swimmer, City of Sheffield, 13-year-old out in front coming into this one. PB 5:28.29, and that was his entry time as well coming into this one. So all the swimmers in this heat are all 13 years of age. So roughly 2/10 of a second there separating Hutchinson and Hughes. Hutchinson from Woking Lane 7, Hughes City of Sheffield. Of course in the backstroke discipline here of the 400 metre IM as they approach the halfway point of heat number 3. Well, exactly half a second there, separating Hutchinson and Theo Gillam in lane 1. Bang on half a second at the turn, halfway through heat number 3. So as the swimmers will move into the final discipline, a reminder that the top time so far in this age bracket, 4:56.96. And this is in the 12 to 13 years age group. Now the first to turn going into the freestyle looks like it's going to be the City of Sheffield swimmer Jensen Hughes. It certainly is, 4:07.44. With the outside lane, Franciscus Balish 3/4 of a second behind in lane 9. Now this is where it always gets a little bit interesting, moving into the freestyle, setting themselves up for that final discipline where things can certainly change. So coming into the final 50 metres then, and looking out over the pool then, it's still Jensen Hughes, City of Sheffield swimmer, so that 4:56.96 time. Won't be beaten in heat number 3, but where can Jensen Hughes place here? He's also got a bit of pressure from lane 7, Joshua Hutchinson going well as Alexander Song and Franciscus Ballis. But let's go to Jensen Hughes, 5:20.17. And that is beating his personal best. So a new PB for Jensen Hughes. Joshua Hutchinson coming in 5:21.91. Also beating his PB. They're the confirmed results. Moving on to heat 4. So into heat number 4 we go, and once again a full complement of 13-year-olds in this one. So that 5:20 time set in our previous hit by Jensen Hughes, City of Sheffield. Time of that one, but the quickest time overall was 4:56.96 overall in the event. That was set by George Howard earlier on in the event. Now first to turn at the is Oscar Earthrow, Lancing College, 30.44. That was over a half a second quicker at the first turn, of course. So a way to go. So let's introduce these swimmers. Rory Burnell in 0, followed by Peter Fenson, Jake Battle, Oscar Earthrow, Harrison Wilkins, George Pierce, Gabriel Barnett, George Robinson, Luke Nevin Suarez, and Zachary Piscopo, all involved in this one. So Oscar Earthrow, 106.91, just over 3.5 seconds ahead of Wilkins in 4. Harrison Wilkins ranked 7th overall in that 12 to 13 years age group coming in to this event. He is from Maidstone, Harrison Wilkins. So Oscar Earthrow, 5:21.97 was his entry time. His PB is about 10 seconds quicker, 5:11.23. Only 2 of those swimmers in the pool coming into this one with entry times that are also personal best. So 1:46.85 there, Oscar Earthrow at that turn. So that gap is opening up considerably, just under 7 seconds between him and the nearest swimmer. So we'll just keep tabs on Oscar Earthrow, 4:56. It's time to try and match or beat. So 2:26.11 at the halfway point. Rory Burnell currently in second spot with Harrison Wilkins in third. As they move into the breaststroke discipline and just keeping tabs. George Robertson over in lane 7, moving well, and also right down below me, Rory Burnell, Exeter City swimmer. So Oscar Earthrow, 3:11.83. So still just under 7 seconds. This time it's George Robertson who's closed the gap. With Rory Burnell in lane 0, currently in the top 3 of heat number 4. Reminder, this is heat 4 of 16. So Oscar is giving himself a good advantage moving into the freestyle. So here he goes, Oscar Earthrow, under 4 minutes, 3:56.87, 4:02.73 now for George Robertson. So under 6 seconds there between the pair. Can Robertson just close that gap even further? 75 metres of the pool left now for Oscar Earthrow. So Oscar Earthrow, 5:21.97, with George Robertson 5:24.16. So just over 2 seconds in the entry times. The gap's a bit bigger in the pool. So 6.5 seconds, I should say, there between Earthrow and Robertson. Right, here we go then into the final straight for Oscar Earthrail. 5:21.97 his personal best. Well on course to beat that. 4:56 was the time that's been set, the quickest time so far in this event. 5 minutes tick over in heat number 4. And in comes the Lancing College swimmer, Oscar Earthrail, 5:10.45. Just under his PB. So a new PB for Oscar Earthrail. George Robertson, coming in City of Sheffield swimmer, to beat his personal best. And in comes Winsford's Luke Nedin Suarez to also beat his PB. So the top 3 all setting new PBs. There's the confirmed results, and we move on to Heat 5.
So after our first 4 heats being exclusively swimmers in that 12-13 years age group, we now see a bunch of different age categories. I say a bunch of different age categories. All we've actually changed is we've added some from the 14-15 years age group. 0 is Gregory Davis for the city of Bristol. 1, Leo Condi for Poole. 2, Adve Bhatia for Hillingdon. 3, Harry Osborne for the city of Sheffield. 4, Kieran Ng for the city of Peterborough. 5, William Hughes for Basildon Phoenix. 6, Dylan Winpenny for Teddington. 7, Archie Ainsley for the city of Sheffield. 8, George Harrison for Kingston upon Hull. And 9, Charlie Braid for White Oak. NG is first after the butterfly swim. So the fastest time we've seen so far in the 13-14 years age group, in fact the whole competition, is that 14:56 that we saw from 4:56 that we saw from George Howard. And that time does put him ranked faster than anyone else in the field. If he'd entered with that time, he would have been 15 seconds clear of the fastest swimmer who we will see in this heat. It is Harry Osborne in lane 3 who came into the competition fastest in that age group. So all eyes on him really, and there will be a 12-13 years 4 medley final tonight. NG leads. He's in the 14 years age group alongside Hughes in 5 and 6 Winpenny. There's also Bhatia in 2 in the 14 years age group. Everyone else here in that 12-13 years category. Halfway through, Kieran Ng, 2:22.41. Second is now Dylan Winpenny. But NG leading by over a second. swim then. Last 100 meters push for these athletes. Kieran Ng is certainly going to win here. Second place up for grabs though. 6, Dylan Wimpenny also sits in that 14 years age group. Lane 2 starting to come through. That's Advi Bhatia. So no surprise really to see the 3 eldest swimmers in the pool leading the way. Halfway through the freestyle swim. 4:23.65 for Ng. He is now 3 seconds clear of Wimpenny. 13-year-old in lane 3. Harry Osborne is just on the heels of Bhatia in 2. Final 5 meters then for Kieran Ng, City of Peterborough. Lifetime best was 5:10.20. He's just gone underneath the 5-minute mark for the first time in his career. 4:58.03. Brilliant race from Kieran Ng in the City of Peterborough. Dylan Wimpenny second, 5 minutes, 0.90. That is also a lifetime best by over 10 seconds. Bhatia goes 5:04.52. And that is a PB by 8 seconds. Simply fantastic racing this morning. The 13-year-old Osborne, he went 5:05.10. So the fastest 13-year-old to date was actually a 5:10.45 from the previous heat. So fastest through to tonight's 13 years final will be Harry Osborne. And now we have heat 6. Notification of a disqualification in the previous heat. Lane 4 was disqualified for a technical infraction. Heat 6 of the men's, or the open male, 400 metres individual medley. Patrick O'Hara for the City of Leeds goes in 0. Patrick Nowak for the City of Peterborough is in 1. 2, James Vaughan for Wigan. 3, Finley Wood for the City of Milton Keynes. 4, Harry West for the City of Bristol. 5 is Hayden Lamb for the City of Leeds. 6, Gethin Jenks for Swindon. 7, Dylan Hill for Kingston upon Hull. 8, Alfie Wimpenny for Teddington. And 9, Leon Ginfer for Portsmouth North Sea. So Alfie Wimpenny of Teddington leads here. He's going to turn first at the halfway point, 2:22.57. Now you could be forgiven for thinking, hey, I'm sure that we just had Wimpenny in the previous heat, and that's fair enough because me too. Looking a little bit closer into it, it appears Alfie Wimpenny in this heat and Dylan Winpenny in the previous heat are twin brothers, swimming in separate heats, however both specialising apparently in the 400 IM, and Alfie Winpenny having a great swim in the first half of this. Winpenny being caught slightly on this breaststroke 100, with Ginfer down in lane 9 looking strong. Everyone here in the 14-15 years age category, which is nice and simple when it's like that. 100 left to go after this turn. It is Ginfer in the lead, 3:50.43. Winpenny turns second, Hill turns third. Always interesting to see swimmers on the outside of heats do well. Of course, we expect those in the middle to be the fastest. That's how they're seeded. But when there's so many swimmers in a competition, we have loads of swimmers here this week, then within a heat, there's only half a second, not even, difference between the fastest and slowest seed in this heat. And that's how you see things like right now, Leon Ginfer leading from lane 9, which should in theory be the slowest swimmer of the bunch. Ginfer's entry time is his PB, 5:10.14. We have already seen one swimmer just dip underneath that 4-minute marker, 5-minute marker. And quite a race going on for the finish here. Ginfer being caught back up by Winpenny. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to get on a wall first, though. I think he'll still be kept just second, unless Winpenny can bring on a fantastic finish. No, it is Ginfer, 5:01.31, just this side of 5-minute marker. 5:01.31 for Leon Ginfer, 5:01.97 for Winpenny, 5:02.98 for Hill. All three of those set lifetime bests. Heat 6 result is there. This is Heat 7. Still loads of 400 medley to come. 0 is Will Oxley for the City of Leicester. 1, Andrew Hunter for Cleethorpes. City of Peterborough have got Frank Lamb in lane 2. 3, Thomas Townsend for Repton. Connor Mint, our competition winner from yesterday, he goes in lane 4 for Basildon and Phoenix. 5, Jensen Pickett for the City of Birmingham. 7, Samuel Hill for the City of Leeds. 8, Mark Owen for Bolton Metro. 9, Joshua Drury-Chew for the City of Birmingham. Andrew Hunter in lane 1 is clear of the rest of the pool. He's going to look really strong coming into the halfway turn. Again, everyone here in that 14-15 years age group. Most of them on the 15 years side of it. We've only one 14-year-old actually in this heat, and that's Will Oxley down in lane 0. Halfway. Andrew Hunter first, 2:18.99. He's 2 seconds clear of Tom Townsend of Repton. .25 meters left to go, lane 2. Frank Lamb of the city of Peterborough is going to take this. The 15-year-old looking really strong here. Lifetime best before this, 5:04.81. What can Lamb produce this morning? Well, it's way under that, 4:55.18. Fastest time we've seen so far today. Brilliant swim from the city of Peterborough athlete. First time under 5 minutes. Townsend, 4:56.70. Also his first time ever under 5 minutes. Joshua Drury-Chu down on the outside. Wow, he's down from a 5:07 to a 4:56.9. He's just taken 9 seconds off his PB and got under 5 minutes for the first time. This is Heat 8. Zero is Leonardo Masserini for the city of Brighton and Hove. 1, Samuel Mills for Samwell. 2 is Jacob Pemberton for Derby Excel. 3, Luke Chambers for Nova Centurion. 4, Martin Molnar for the city of Cambridge. 5, Charlie King for Thanet. 6, Harrison Clark for Nova. 7, Zachary Powell for Taunton Dean. 8, Ernest Till for Reeds. And 9, Thomas Swales for Nova Centurion. This race nearly completed, over halfway through. And we mentioned a couple of times so far this week that we are hosting a Speedo Olympics watch party. If you were out there right now watching the Olympics, you would have just seen Great Britain qualify for the 4x200 freestyle relay tonight. Literally just put their hand on the wall about 30 seconds ago. And that'll be a super exciting one to watch. We've actually got the summary come through yet, but I will let you know where we place going into that final as soon as I can. Samuel Mills of Samwell is in the lead in lane 1. Second at the minute is Thomas Wales down in lane 9. And third, Charlie King in 5. So this heat really spread right out across the pool. So coming into the final length for this race in front of us. And as we do, I can tell you that Great Britain have qualified fastest for tonight's 4x200 freestyle relay final, which will be incredibly exciting. It is going to be Thomas Wales, the 15-year-old in lane 9, who takes this by a country mile. Look at this. He is a good 5 meters clear of anyone else. 15 years old. We'll see him back tonight, I'm sure, with a swim like this. 15-year-old Swales goes 4:51.45. That is a PB of almost 4 seconds. Second is Charlie King, 4:56.0. That's his first time ever underneath 5 minutes. And Samuel Mills, 4:58.14. That's his first time underneath 5. The swims this morning have been incredible. Result confirmed, unofficial and on the board for you. Heat 9 on the way next. So we are officially halfway through the 400 medley heats this morning. 0 is Daniel Harris for the City of Leicester. 1, Alexander Tollett for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. 2, Frederick Beasley for Poole. Reese Pownall of Preston goes in 3. 4, Jeremiah Carnegie for Beckenham. 5 is Finn Adams for Teddington. Alan Paramanzo for Maidenhead goes in 6. 7, Edward Evans for Beckenham. 8, Aubrey Armada Bennett for Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. And 9 is Killian Branham for Camden Swiss Cottage. It is Aubrey Armada Bennett who turns first after the butterfly swim. Turning for halfway, Aubrey Armada Bennett is first, 2:17.99. Second to the wall, Finn Adams, so only 4/10 between first and second at halfway. Final few meters of this one then. 9th heat at the open male 400 medley. Lanes 2 and 8 approach the final turn together. It is Beasley just ahead, lane 2, 17-year-olds. Armada Bennett is in the 16 years age group, so these two not racing directly for places in a final. .25 left to swim. This will be really tight between these two. They're only racing just because they can, really. As I said, they don't need to beat each other, as they will show separately on the results. They will show separately in qualification for any finals. But always nice to have someone to race against. Lane 2 takes the touch. Beasley goes 4:50.06. Wow. That is 10 seconds faster than his PB. And it's his first time underneath 5 minutes. Finn Adams goes 4:53.63 to finish second. His first time under 5 minutes. Armada Bennett, 4:50.41. His first time this year underneath 5 minutes. Brilliant, brilliant racing all round. In fact, actually, you'll see that I think the top 6 swimmers go underneath 5 minutes. Only one of them had ever done that before. So huge, huge congratulations to the swimmers this morning. That result now official. We have heat 10 on the way. Zero is Oliver Smith for Basingstoke. In 1, Lachlan Taylor for the City of Bristol. Matthew James for the City of Leeds goes in lane 2. 3, Sandy Sessins for Colchester. 4, Nicholas Land for Newcastle. 5, Thomas Hilton for Warrington. 6, Daniel Blight for Millfield. 7 is Benjamin Ross for the City of Salford. 8 is Jacob Barnett for Northumberland and Durham Performance. And 9, Luke Littler for Northumberland and Durham Performance. Turning it halfway, Thomas Hilton will be first to the wall. He touches there in 2:17.57. Second to the wall is Matthew James for the City of Leeds. Third to turn, Sandy Sissins of Colchester. Everyone here is aged either 16 or 17, except 15-year-old Littler down in lane 9. .100 left to swim. Continues to be Nicholas Land of Newcastle in the lead. The 16-year-old lifetime best 4:55.34. So for the first time, we're starting to see swimmers we're expecting to go underneath 5 minutes. Land is going to take this heat surely. Lane 8 swimming nicely. That's Jacob Barnett of Northumberland and Durham Performance. Lane 4 is definitely going to take this. Nicholas Land of Newcastle swim team. 4:55.34 was his best. Can he go underneath 4:55? He goes 4:54.91. It is a new PB for Nicholas Land of Newcastle. Second, Jacob Barnett, 4:57.08. That is a season's best time for him. And Matthew James in third place, 4:57.17. Lifetime best for James. Well, there is your official result on Heat 10. Heat 11 now.
So underway in heat number 11. This is 11 of 16. So in this heat we have Lewis Dickinson, Alberto Lesescano, Ethan Howard, Patrick Day, Oscar Goldsmith, Robert Fenner, Theo Parker-Minty, Cameron McQuaid, Michael Banks and Charlie Ward, all involved in heat number 11. Well, we've got a couple of competitions coming up for you throughout the week. We've got this one underway starting yesterday thanks to our official kit partner Speedo. If I could ask to turn your attention towards the big screen and you'll see all the instructions of how you can enter this competition. So those are the two stipulations you have to do. Tag Speedo UK and use the hashtag SESummerMeet. Now we want you to get creative. Send in your best photos on X or Instagram. It can be either at poolside, over in the foyer area. Speedo have also got a watch party going on at the moment, and you don't have to miss a single race from the Paris Olympics. So make sure you go and check out the Speedo watch party. Take a photo. Some great photo opportunities on the balcony in this magnificent venue. We want to see your best snaps from the day, and you could be in with a chance of winning some brilliant Speedo merch. Connor Mintz won some Speedo goggles yesterday. Myself and Matt were styling out the rucksacks. Lots to get involved with. There are all the instructions on the big screen. Tag Speedo UK and use the hashtag SE Summer Meet. Well, back to the attention in the pool, and as we reach the halfway point of heat number 11, it is certainly very, very close. 300ths of a second separating Signo in lane 1 and Parker Minty in lane 6. Patrick D currently in 3rd spot, the City of Coventry swimmer. So really tight stuff there at the halfway point. So this heat is made up of 16 and 17-year-olds. We have 6 16-year-olds, 4 17-year-olds, and it is one of our 17-year-olds who leads currently 2:59 at that turn. The only swimmer under 3 minutes there, Patrick D, City of Coventry. So in the 17 years age group, we have Jacob Barnett, who went quickly in the previous heat, 4:57.08. He was 2nd overall in heat 10. So we'll try and keep tabs with both the 16 and 17 years age groups. So 5 more heats remain after this one. So going into the final loop there, 3:40.6, so just under 3 seconds there between D and Patrick and Parker Minty, I should say, sorry, from Salisbury Stingrays. So coming into the closing stages then of heat number 11, and Patrick D doing well ever since that halfway point. He's really motored on, the 17-year-old from City of Coventry. So he came into this one with an entry time of 4:57.57. He comes in 4:49.15, and that is beating his personal best. Theo Parker Minty in 2nd spot, coming 4:51.65, also beating his PB. Leicester Shark swimmer Alberto Sinio in lane 1. He's coming in 4:53.29, also beating his PB. And there are the confirmed results. Moving on to heat 12. So into heat 12 we go then. Just one more heats remaining. After this one. So let's introduce the swimmers then in heat 12. Harrison Galloway, Noah Van Horbeek, Jake Chesworth, Harry Taylor, Henry Taylor, Jack Pritchard, Nicholas Suko-Pavola, Ian Lee, Edward Redshaw and Aaron Hopkins all in this one. Mixture of 17 and 16-year-olds in heat number 12. Jake Chesworth of Maxwell, 102.02 after the opening 100 metres. Just under 4/10 of a second ahead of Harrison Galloway as the swimmers move into the backstroke discipline. So at halfway then, 2:15.98 for Henry Taylor, Stockport Metro swimmer. Has come into this one with a PB of 4:55.54. Jake Chesworth of Maxwell currently in second spot. From Maxwell, 4:56.2. In fact, only one of the swimmers comes into this heat without a PB in their entry time. That's Edward Redshaw from Middlesbrough. His PB just slightly lower than his qualifying time. So 2:57.85. Only swimmer there under the 3-minute mark on that turn. He's just ahead of Harry Taylor. And 2/10 of a second behind him is Henry Taylor. So the two Taylors currently in the top 3 spots in heat 12. So of course this, the breaststroke discipline, they'll move into the freestyle. How many times have you seen it in individual medleys where the freestyle can make all the difference? But it will be Jake Chesworth who will turn first for that final 100 metres. Then just over 2 seconds behind is Harry Taylor. And then Noah Van Horbeek from Chesterfield is behind him, 3:44.84. So 75 metres to go. So Jake Chesworth first to turn and head towards the finishing line. So just under 2 seconds now separating Chesworth and 2. Harry Taylor in 3. Those two are in the 17 years age bracket. Right, 25 metres left in the pool then for these two. Chesworth with just enough breathing room here against Harry Taylor in 3. Noah Van Horbeek coming through for Chesterfield. So a final few strokes for the swimmers in heat 12. Open male 400 metre IM. Here comes Jake Chesworth, 4:50.13. Noah Van Horbeek coming 4:51.34. He's beaten his personal best, and Harry Taylor rounding up that top 3, coming in 4:51.73, and he beats his PB. Moving on to heat 13. So heat 13. Introducing these swimmers then, already completed their first discipline, the butterfly, so moving into the backstroke. Joseph Box is in 0, followed by Roger Davis, Aidan McCarthy, Harvey Pike, Charlie Rounce, Samuel Williams, Lachlan Munro, Daniel Walker, Benjamin Guthrie and Oscar Winterburn. So 150 metres gone. Joseph Box, City of Birmingham swimmer on the outside lane, 139.42. Only swimmer after 150 metres to go under 140 there. So a mixture of age 16 and 17-year-olds in this one. So Joseph Box quickest at that point. Coming into this one, entry time PB 4:54.73. And Box is still going nicely over in lane 0, but just going towards those centre lanes with Charlie Rounce from Leamington Spa. 2:16.29 for him, but still the leader at the midway point of heat 13, 2:15.58. So as the swimmers will move into their final discipline, it is Harvey Pike from Street and District who is leading the charge at the moment. So 4:53.41 was his entry time. Current PB as well. Oh no, apologies, seasonal best there for Harvey Pike. His PB is about half a second more quick as they move into the freestyle. So Harvey Pike has got the advantage, but just looking at Roger Davis and Soundwell. Now he does have a PB as his entry time, 4:53.87. Will that gap just close up going into the final 50 metres then of heat 13. So 4:15.05. Pike, 4:16 on the button for Samuel Williams from Wickham District, who's currently in second spot. With Roger Davies 2 seconds behind them. Well, this one could be a little bit nip and tuck coming into the closing stages. About 15 metres or so to go, but it looks like that Samuel Williams is going to hold on for victory. This is going to be a very good 100 metres for the Wickham District swimmer, and he's going to be the quickest in heat 13, 4:46.46, with Harvey Pike coming in just under 4:50. So Samuel Williams there, beating his personal best, and he is the quickest in heat 13, as does Harvey Pike. He beats his PB. Benjamin Guthrie also breaking his personal best, so all three beating their current PBs. As we'll move on into heat 14.
Just waiting on the official result to be confirmed before we move on to our next heat. There is the official result. And now we're ready for heat 14. 14th heat of the Open Male 400 medley. 0 is Jack Bignall for Northampton. 1 is Lewis Jarrett for Romford. Into Oliver Oxley for the City of Leicester. 3, Callum Aitken for York City. 4, Solomon Kendrick for the City of Brighton and Hove. 5, Joseph Mulligan for Nova Centurion. 6, Ben Minister for Thurrock. 7, Ben Gilchrist for Richmond Dales. 8, James Page for the City of Birmingham. And 9, Danielle Tedesco from Ely. Way over halfway through this 400 IM, and most of the swimmers in this heat are in that 18 years and over age group. You've got 1 16-year-old Bignall in 0 and 2 17-year-olds Page and Tedesco in 8 and 9. So 100 meters left to swim. Aitken leads 3:38.05, 0.67 ahead of Oxley. Last leg, lane 3 is going to take this heat no problems at all. Callum Aitken of York City Baths enters on his lifetime best, 4:50.55. That should certainly be within his grasp here. Just 15 meters left for him to swim. Final 5. What's the time going to be for Callum Aitken? Underneath 4:50? Yes, miles underneath. 4:43.03 for Callum Aitken. Brilliant swim this morning. Oliver Oxley second, 4:46.69. That is a 5-second PB. Third, Solomon Kendrick, 4:49.85. That is exactly to the 100th equal to his personal best time. So not gone underneath it, not gone slower, gone exactly the same as his PB. 14 is complete. 2 more heats still to go. This is heat 15. 0. Kanish Chakraborty for Hamilton into James Escombe for Carnforth. 3 is Elliot Sibley for Nova. 4, Joseph Buxton for Reading. Dominic Simpson of Nuneaton is in 5. 6, Matthew Aldred for Watford. Oliver Caddick of Stafford Apex goes in 7. 8 is Brian Denev for Bromley. And 9, Nathan Wells for West Norfolk. Lane 7 has this one so far. Caddick of Stafford Apex is well out in front. 4:46.32 is his entry time and lifetime best. And remember, now we're into the final 2 heats. These will be cyclically seeded, so actually Joseph Buxton down in lane 4 is the second fastest swimmer in the entire programme. Only 0.9 of a second now between Buxton and Caddick. But 32.88 there for Buxton on that 50. And I think we'll see him slip just into the lead ahead of Caddick. It won't be by a great deal, but it'll be enough. 4:40.48 is the best time that Buxton has done so far this season. He's going to be on his season's best here. 4:40. He goes 4:41.66, well done. 4:42.53 for Caddick is a brand new personal best time by a big jump as well. And Matthew Aldred is in 3rd place, 4:43.64 for Aldred. That is the new lifetime best. Great to see these swimmers this morning, or this afternoon rather, shaving so much time off their PBs across the course of the day. Well, there is your official result. Aldred, Caddick and Buxton, top 3 on your penultimate heat, and now your ultimate heat. Final one, this is heat 16. Joshua Robinson for Northumberland and Durham Performance is in 0. 1, Alex Bacon for Maidenhead. Lawrence Elliott of Exeter City goes in 2. 3, Matthew Holland for Wolverhampton. Donatus Dragasius of City of Manchester is in 4. 5, Rico Bringeman for South Links. Leon Taylor for the City of Brighton and Hove goes in 6. 7, Daniel Fielder for Gloucester City. Charlie Toms of Maxwell in 8. And 9 is Luke Stevens for the City of Leicester. This is the final and fastest heat of the Open Male 400 medley. As I mentioned in the previous heat, it is cycle seeded with the penultimate heat. So heat 15 and 16 are jumbled up. 102.02 on that split there for Holland. 0.29 ahead of Dragasius and only 0.32 ahead of third place Bringeman. So it could be an incredibly close race lining up here. Dragasius leads here by a decent chunk. Second, Alex Bacon at the moment. Third, currently Leon Taylor for the City of Brighton and Hove. But no doubt about where the win is going to come from on this race. Donatus Dragasius enters on 4:40.34. Can go 3 seconds faster. And that'll be the interesting thing in the final tonight, because we just saw Joseph Buxton win the previous heat. His best time is actually 4:32.7, so he can, in theory, go quicker than Dragasius. We'll just have to see if he's on form or not, and also which way round they get drawn on the lanes. I think if we go underneath 4:41, that was the time we saw previously. And on to the final 50 metres, 4:08.01, the time for Dragasius. He is 3.85 seconds now clear of Bacon, but only 100th between Bacon and Taylor on that turn. How fast can Donatus Dragasius of the City of Manchester Aquatics go this afternoon? He'll be around the same time as we saw just fall for Joseph Buxton. It's going to be around the 4:41 mark as Dragasius of the City of Manchester comes in 4:41.26. I think that is just about enough for lane 4 tonight. Lawrence Elliott goes 4:43.59 in a new lifetime best. Rico Bringeman 4:44.53. Well, he's just off his best times, but I'm sure it's enough for him to make the final. And there is the official result confirmed, the last of this heat session.
Well, that concludes this session. Thank you very much to all our officials. You may now leave pool side. And of course, we'll be back just before 5 o'clock for our finals session for the day. Day 2 here at the GoCardless Swim England National Summer Meet. We'll be back with you just before 5 o'clock.
Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.